social media, hot topics, our economy, technology, or interaction. The Michael Garfield Show on the 950.
Be your superhero, even if I tumble fall, I'm okay. You know I need you desperately.
And now, the world according to Garf.
We welcome you back once again, Michael Garfield. How are you? Hope all is well. You know the phone number. You know by now you should probably have plugged in the 713-212-5950 in your brand new cell phone that everybody got from Christmas. If not, tune in tomorrow, Saturday, to the High Tech Texan show. I'll be able to help you with that. But not technology today. It is always, I guess, everything but technology. But right at this time on Fridays, it's real estate time. Shannon Register joining me as she does every week right now with the real estate rundown. And I guess in lead up to her big show, Sundays at 1 o'clock here on the 950. Good to see you again, Shannon. How are you?
Great to be here.
How has 2013 been for you so far in terms
of
keeping busy?
It's good.
Good?
It's good.
Is that good in terms of, this is a lot of houses are going to be sold, moved? Is that an indicator of the economy, you think?
You know, the housing market drives the economy, no doubt. Mm-hmm. You know, they're so interwoven. And great thing is this weekend we're actually having on chief economist from Texas A&M University, Dr. Jim Gaines, is going to be on to talk about kind of the forecast for the new year, what's going on with real estate in the new year, and talk about how this fiscal cliff is gonna really impact the real estate.
So if an Aggie tells you about the forecast, can you believe him or do you want to go the other way?
You know,
I'll say that with a hook 'em horns.
all economists waver on their predictions because they know they may or may not come true. So
that's true. Exactly. I mean, it's a forecast and nobody knows anything.
That's right.
I mean, you have to think there are several industries, including real estate, obviously, that are so dependent on the economy. It's, obviously if the prices of gas go up, we're going to drive less, and which is going to affect salespeople who are out and about. Mm-hmm. And the real estate industry, it's had some down times in the past few years.
It's taken some big hits. You know, the foreclosure crisis was a big hit for us. The economy just really took the downturn, but it's been on its way back for about a year now in the Houston area. Houston really led the way for the country coming out of the recession. So we are in the best possible position here in Houston to have a really robust housing market for 2013. And we're excited about that. You know, a lot of builders are finally out there building again. A lot of them took a break. You know, it just got so bad they had to take a break from it. So a lot of new construction, a lot of people who were sitting on the fence for a long time, not sure if they wanted to buy or sell, had been kind of waiting to see what was going to happen. They're moving. You know, they're ready to move now.
I have worked with a lot of builders and developers, land developers, over the past 8 or 9 or 10 years. I've been doing this media type of thing. And boy, I remember 2002, 2003, it was booming. I mean, there were companies, they were digging land and they were selling lots, and the builders would come in. Oh my goodness. And it was nonstop. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what it was. It was almost overnight. It was like, it was dead, and it was done. And a lot of the builders went out of business.
Right. A lot of them went into remodeling.
And it's good. The fact is, I like hearing the fact that builders now, they're buying the lots and they're building those new homes.
They are.
And we're lucky to be here in Houston. I learned this kind of working or dabbling in the real estate market. Houston is an interesting economy because we never have the highest of highs and we don't have the lowest of lows.
Right.
Nothing really bottoms out. It's kind of like that almost steady sea. So being a realtor, you can't really pick probably a better place than Texas or certainly Houston.
Right. It's great. You know, investing isn't the greatest here because you don't get a huge return on investment. You have to really have it for some years to make any money off of it. But the thing is, people can always buy and sell here. Always. It's a great market. It really is. We don't ever have to worry about the bubble.
Bursting or even going higher. Shannon Register is my guest. This is the Real Estate Rundown here for a few minutes. Obviously, her show is 1 o'clock Sundays right here on the 950. You already have The Economist coming in. Hopefully, we're going to get some good news.
Absolutely.
You take a lot of questions.
We do. We have a call-in number.
And what is that hotline number?
It is 281-882-8088. And people can call in any time. It doesn't just have to be 1 to 2 on Sundays. Yes, they can call in any time.
After we get off the air.
They can call in any time with any real estate questions. And my co-host, James, he and I answer any questions that come in right there on the air.
Any more guests this weekend? You usually have one or two.
We do. We have another professional from A&M coming in to talk about transportation.
I mean, really?
I know.
Does anybody in Austin know anything that you can get on? I'm going to be your producer. I'm going to get somebody from Austin on.
You know, the infrastructure in Houston is really interesting right now, really throughout the whole state. The fact of the matter is we're going to need some new roads built. And the money's just not there. So it's an interesting predicament.
With transportation, is that who you're also having on?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we've got some new roads going in. You know, it's the Grand Parkway's been a great thing this year. So a lot of new sections of that going up. So some interesting conversation on Sunday.
Well, it makes sense because Houston, it's just so big. It's these concentric circles. I try to say we've got Loop 610, and then we continue to go out to Beltway 8, and now that 99 Grand Parkway is going to continue to be that circle. Once you build those roads, and I've been here, 17, 18 years, and the only stretch of Grand Parkway that was ever built was from Southwest Freeway, maybe up to I-10. But if there's no roads, no builders, nobody's going to move out there. So it's kind of a domino effect. Once these roads and infrastructures are built, well, now there's builders are going to move, and now it's easier for people to commute. So you really are affected. The real estate industry is affected by some of these infrastructures.
Absolutely, yeah. The new roads are really going to help the northern Houston area. Right now in the northwest Houston, we have Exxon coming, and the Grand Parkway has a huge impact on that.
If you look at Houston as a map itself, north, south, east, and west, or whatever, and you said northwest expanding, what other areas you think are over than long term are going to be continued to boom?
Downtown. I mean, there are lots of areas that have been booming in the past that continue to be revitalized. So those are always, you've got some nice areas in Bel Air and the Heights. Then of course, Sugar Land has been really growing by leaps and bounds. Fort Bend County. So Houston experiences a lot of growth in a lot of directions, which is really fantastic for the real estate market.
To me, what do I know? Because I didn't go to A&M, apparently. The west side, it seems to be expanding out there because there's so much expansion. I mean, when I first moved here 17 years or so ago, and we were looking, and we did move up in the Fort Bend area, and there was nothing really, really west. I mean, Grand Parkway was kind of there, but Cinco Ranch really wasn't there. And I mean, I had some pals who lived in Cinco Ranch. I mean, I was kidding that's South San Antonio. That's how far out it was. Now it's not a big deal because the West Park Tollway and the Katy Freeway, they continue to go out there. It's a community. It's not a big deal.
These great communities that they build now, these master plan communities, everything's right there. So you don't leave the community except when you're commuting to work. Everything's right there. Sienna Plantation is another one. I mean, they're just great areas.
Makes a lot of sense. And I know if people want any information about where to go or who to use as a realtor, I think I'm talking to one right now. Her name is Shannon Register. Every Friday, right about this time, about 12:50, we talk to her for a few minutes and kind of lead up to your big show. Sundays, 1 o'clock. It is called the Houston Real Estate Radio. It's Houston Real Estate Radio, and you can find it at the .com after. Give us the phone number one more time if people want to ask.
281-882-8088. Then call in any real estate questions, and we'll answer them right there on the air, 1 o'clock Sundays.
And they can even see the video that we're shooting right now.
That's right. We put all the videos on the website at HoustonRealEstateRadio.com, so you can always go back and watch them.
Only for you. I have to get more Patuxent dress stuff for radio, but it's worth it. This is how it does. Yeah, we've got we're hitting 2 or 3 ends at the same time. Tune in this Sunday to 2 Aggies who apparently know a lot of stuff. But
that's right. That's where our real estate research center is. So we get a lot of information.
Because I love, and actually Shannon Register, she is the queen and guru of everything real estate. HoustonRealEstateRadio.com. I'll see you next Friday. Thanks much.
Fabulous.
All right, as we get to the top of the hour, open phone calls. Talk to me, peeps. 713-212-5950. This is Michael Garfield. It's the world, according to Garf.